Welcome to the Red Dirt Road podcast. We are back live from my apartment as usual with myself, Alex Breidenbach, and special guest from high school, Kaz Dec. How's it going?
Very well, sir. Very, very well.
Yeah, welcome, Kaz. Pleasure to have you
Thank
here.
you.
He's an interesting guy. That's the first thing people say about him. He's also my track teammate in high school. Not only track teammate, but also similar events, 400, 800. This guy was fast. Very fast. So what 52 second 400?
Yeah. 52. Did the 800 and 158, which isn't crazy fast, but it's pretty good.
So, tell the listeners real quick, just a little bit about yourself and your music taste before we get into the song.
Okay. Grew up Northeast Ohio, moved to Michigan for a little bit, and moved. Now I live out here in California. Normally I listen to, I'd say rock and roll, but I do listen to country music a lot. I'd say more like a rock country, which is kind of like what this song is about. Something you can really dance to. I go to down near LA. There's a lot of square dancing, line dancing bars. Obviously, they're not open because of COVID, but I do enjoy doing that. And this is definitely a song I can listen to while dancing.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So that's interesting to hear. Kaz lives in Southern California. Never been there. Wanted to check that out. And now that you said some line dancing, I definitely want to
It's
see
fun, dude.
that. I've never really
every
really
song
done
is
that.
different.
Boot Scoot and Boogie, I'm guessing a popular song there.
The people there, like the regulars, they they know every dance move, every song. They all look the same to me, but they're all in different order. And by the time the song's almost done, you've almost figured out the order, and then the song's over, and you have to start all over again. But it's good fun.
So we're gonna get into the song also later, probably released in a different episode. Kaz gonna talk to us about his connection to Alan Jackson. So look forward to that. So this song, Outta Site Tonite, released last month, April 2021, off of this album, Johnny Cash, Forever Words Expanded. It's actually an album from 2018, but they had this expanded edition that they released in April. And it's sort of pretty interesting. It's basically these songs that Johnny Cash wrote, but there were never any music connected to it. And so they pretty much took the lyrics and did what they wanted with it. Obviously, they're not going to ask the guy, he's passed away for almost 20 years now. So they pretty much, I don't know how they thought of, what music they would go with it. And Brad Paisley and his band completely constructed the music for the song, and then Ronnie Dunn did the vocals. And the way I would kind of describe this music on the song is like a Johnny Cash song, kind of mixed with a modern Ronnie Dunn country rock kind of song, kind of what you're saying, a little rock. So I'm gonna, I wrote down some lyrics. I'm gonna throw it over to Alex. He's kind of our lyrics guy now. Pretty simple song, but what would you take away from these lyrics of this?
Yeah, I mean, I like the song. I didn't really think that the lyrics were that meaningful, in my opinion. I thought what the best part about this song was the Brad Paisley instrumental breakdown. Sorry. But I think, honestly, that's what made this song for me. It had a lot of, it definitely had the Johnny Cash vibe to it. It had the like, dum 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 dum, like that sort of backbeat to it. And that reminded me a lot of the song Baby Ride Easy that Johnny Cash did with June Carter Cash. Um, and that having that there makes it sound like Johnny Cash, but at the same time, I thought that it was um, I thought that having Brad Paisley doing a take on it was pretty cool. And I mean, it's a good song, but it doesn't hit home for me. I think that if Johnny Cash were alive today, I think that he would like the song, but I honestly think it would sound better if he did it. And it's a shame that he wasn't around to do this song.
All right, Kaz, what do you think about this?
So, personal critique for me, I did sing in a lot in high school, middle school, all that. Very difficult to hear some of the lyrics. Like he's saying, the meaningfulness, it's hard to understand what he's saying. Sometimes you can hear in the beginning, him starting talking about some sort of phone call. And, I understand it's more of an upbeat, you're just trying to dance, trying to party kind of song, country rock. But I would like to hear a little more enunciation in the words and be able to understand more, or at least be able to find the lyrics somewhere on the internet so you can at least fill in the gaps. But definitely what you're saying, it does have like a Johnny Cash kind of feel, even from Johnny Cash's song like Hurt. It even though that's like a slower song and it's a lot more, I'd say, gloomy. It definitely has sort of the same kind of feel, instrumental.
Well, I
Yeah,
was going to add to what
I go ahead.
I was going to add to what Cass just said. I think and I also wanted to add this. I think that Ronnie Dunn is known as the soulful kind of guy, and to have him step into the role of taking on a song that is meant for like a Johnny Cash figure, where Johnny Cash just has this deep voice. And yes, it's true that Ronnie Dunn has a commanding voice, but I think that his voice is more suited to like songs that have a wide variety of vocal range. Because Ronnie Dunn can hit the high notes just as well as he hits the low notes. But I think in this song, it almost feels a little monotonous for me. And it's my
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to step in here. I'm glad we have some different opinions because I'm going to completely disagree. I mean, I agree in that it's much different than some other Ronnie Dunn songs, but I disagree. I think he really shows his vocals in this song. I really actually like this song. Lyrics very very simple. What I'd come away with the lyrics, basically he's calling some girl saying that they're going to stay out all night. He's describing like a popular bar. So that fits in pretty well with other Brooks and Dunn songs. I would describe this as sort of what I kind of wrote down, like a punchy, funky country blues rocky song is what I had wrote down. And that kind of combines the blues rock of like Johnny Cash and then some funky, punchy from the Brooks and Dunn. I like that Brad Paisley is involved, but I also like that he's not singing. I like that there's just one vocalist. Sometimes these other songs we've been looking at, these multiple singers, they kind of bring down the song, kind of waters it down. I like that there's just one. I don't really have any complaints. A simple song makes it pretty good. And I'd also like to see some more Brad Paisley, Ronnie Dunn collabs. So I like it. I mean, when he's hitting those, he's like, when he's saying, the title of the song kind of in the chorus, I think he doesn't hit his highest notes, but I would say he's got a little range to it, which is kind of cool too, because Johnny Cash is the opposite. He doesn't have the range, known for the deep, deep voice. So that's what I would say about it.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. But I mean, I still think that like, and what you said about Johnny Cash, like, yeah, it's true. He's not monotonous. Like Johnny Cash had the commanding baritone. I just feel like that doesn't really vibe very well with who Ronnie Dunn is, because I look at Ronnie Dunn as kind of that soul gospel kind of guy who's singing from the rafters with his like just commanding tenor. And in this song, I think he limits that a little bit, but that's just my view on it, though.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to listen to the rest of these songs of his album might be pretty good. I also wanted to give a shout out. Our friend Ian Krochak he had an album in 2006 that just got re-released onto the streaming platforms. My Many Faces. I listened to it once or twice. I picked out my favorite one. We're gonna have him on here again. All right, that's gonna be it for this episode, Red to Road Podcast, and we're gonna be staying around and talking to Kaz about some other stuff. You don't know what is gonna be revealed, so stay tuned.